whatever. Teks has nothing to say.
I mean, so I was completely past it when I watched it the first time. I watched it again.
Did that make it any better?
No.
Oh wow.
I was legit in pain. So obviously I woke up, watched it again in the evening, and I thought, this actually feels worse. It's like it was. I said up until John killed Danny, it was just like from then on, it was just like the show might as well just end. Like there's literally nothing. There's literally nothing left.
Jide, what are you saying?
I just don't understand what Dumb and Dumber were thinking
D-squared.
in creating that show. Like, okay, the series has been bad, but the ending, why would you bastardize your hero? Listen, I'm using all the words today. Why would you do that to the hero of the show? Yes, you want to subvert expectations, but you've given him nothing. You've given him no real role for the whole season. And then the one time you can give him some agency for him to make a decision, you take it away from him.
With his pussy kill as well.
Like the John I know, he's ready to kill Danny, but he will tell her, I'm going to kill you because of this. If you arrested a guy, like, and you leave his fate to be decided by a guy with no cock, a midget, and literally
no ableism, please.
Yeah, let's clean that one up. A small person, a small person, and a penis impaired person.
I'm so disappointed. Why are you gonna do that to Jon Snow? And the worst thing is, after all the haggling and moaning, the Unsullied go to Narth. So really and truly, if you're real, you could have been like, my guy John, chill. Like, you're the king. Varys have sent all the ravens about. The people know you just shanked up Danny. You're the king. Make your decision. Do what you need to do. But they didn't do that. But you know what?
This is the thing, right? In the last episode we watched, we saw Varys writing, and they zoomed in on specific words we saw. I think we saw Aegon Targaryen.
Yeah,
rightful heir to the throne. And so cool, that's fine. No problem with that. But where does that lead towards in this episode? It didn't take us anywhere.
No.
Like, to me, those small things are important. If you're gonna do things like that, make it a point where in the next episode we understand why you did that, or in episode 2, 3, 4 episodes later on. Which is what, again, my point is that this could have been a really good season if it had the 10 episodes that it needed. And that goes back to Dan. And I think people were saying how they've got a career to do as well. They've got a life to live,
okay.
etc. But at the end of the day, you
That's
came and pitched this thing to George R. Martin. So it was you that came and pitched it to them. Give it the full service that it deserves. Because at the end of the day, like, maybe I sound like I'm a bit too emotional about it, but you've pitched this show and it's captured like loads of people. So let it down, I would say, with this last season, because I think season 7 wasn't too bad. I actually like season 7 personally myself.
No, I think even following on from what you said about, they have, they've got the Star Wars thing coming up. This is the show that has basically given you more clout. Like, it's strengthened your career in the long run. It's like, this is a main part of pop culture, and the way it ended was probably the most important part of the entire series. Like, it was all about who's gonna sit on the throne, what's gonna happen with the Night King, is everyone gonna find out about Jon's real heritage? All of it, like, for how long did we watch Daenerys and Essos thinking, when is she gonna touch Drogon's wings? Come out.
It's like she became the dragon.
Do you know what? Fair play to them throughout, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
that was my favourite part of the show.
Especially this season. Every department's been on point except the writing.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh yeah, because even like how they had to rebuild King's Landing in the last episode.
Editing,
the stuntmen setting like 20 men on fire for the Battle of Winter. Nah, it's only the writing.
That's the only problem, which is clearly an important problem.
Disgrace. Danny just walking and Drogon just. Alright, I'll see you.
But you could see Danny had began to lose the plot.
Oh yeah,
100%.
She lost
it.
You saw her eyes.
Look at the language, and she's like, "Oh, we have liberated all of those in King's Landing from a tyrant? Hello, they're Ash.
She's a terrorist.
How they liberate when they're dead? I don't understand.
Yeah, people. I think she's killed up to like.
She's killed more people than any other
Mm-hmm.
bad person.
About a million.
Yeah, sure, about a million people, isn't it?
Killed about a million people.
It's
like,
crazy.
So she's
man.
worse than the Night King.
The Night King isn't even a villain to me anymore. I don't know.
The
Night
Night
King
King,
was
he's a
just
force of
banter.
nature, and he's not good or bad. He's just, it's like global warming.
He's definitely bad.
Do you know
I
what?
wouldn't even say he's bad though.
This is what I go back to.
It's all power acquisition,
I
and
was
when you
forced
want
upon him.
power
Okay, so let me
at
ask
the
you
cost
this.
of
Let me- It was
life,
Forced upon him though.
I didn't ask this. When there's a hurricane and it kills bare people, is it bad?
it's a hurricane thinking though. Why would you? Where would
How do we know that?
How do we know
How
you-
do we know the Night King thinks?
Because
he
He
threw
was
the
a
javelin in
my point is, how do we know he's not just programmed? Because keep in
Oh,
mind,
yeah, he is
he was
programmed.
programmed
He's
to
programmed.
be
He was.
what he is.
he's programmed to kill.
Yeah.
Man.
So you're
That's-
saying
Yeah,
That's
that's
fact.
it.
no?
That's
But-
not good or bad. It's just
agree.
But
thing.
You're
Like,
basically saying he's a robot, and
No, but he was.
Yeah.
No, I'm not,
Yeah, it's really good.
there is a small, there is some small
to the
truth
mountain.
to it, towards it, only because they made him to kill man.
no, he was
yeah, but that's
strategic.
not good
he
or
was
bad though.
When has he shown strategy? I'm not questioning. I'm just actually.
No, no,
No,
no.
he has.
When he first arrived and he didn't come with the rest of the White
Yeah.
Walkers, that was
He learned his
strategic.
lesson in it from Hard
Instead
Home,
of going one on
where they
one with
went
John.
straight in and John killed one of the things and it killed a bunch.
That was a great scene, by the way.
Yeah.
Better than anything we've seen this season.
When he didn't go with John one on one
when
and
John
rose
was
everyone,
acting.
that was strategic
True.
because he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
He did not have to do that.
When he commanded the
I
white
don't
to
even like
sacrifice
talking about-
themselves, which got on the trench.
There you go.
I don't even like talking about old episodes. That upsets me because Hard Home. Bruh. You see Hard Home?
Look at that. Look at the tension that was built there. You knew.
And we had
Something
no
was-
idea it was coming. He's like, oh yeah, let's go get them. We're thinking,
We're
okay,
thinking this is gonna be another
this is gonna
episode.
be a little
get
Wildlings
the
versus
Wildlings,
yeah.
You know,
Here's the thing though. Alright, when do you lot think the Night King was introduced? When do you think the first time you saw the Night King was?
It was Hard Home, I believe.
No, it was
It wasn't.
Was it Hard Home?
You see,
No,
Crash
it
when
was
Crash's baby was
season-
taken
he made
to.
Crash's
That
baby.
wasn't the first time. Oh no, you
Not
mean
that-
the yeah? Sorry,
yeah,
no, you're
that
right. You're
was
right.
the first time
So
we
the
saw
first time we saw him was season 4, and apparently
Yeah.
there's a Night King, but there's no Night King in the book, innit? We should have known from early that this wasn't gonna end.
no, because remember George says. I'll go back to. George says he creates his character with shades of grey. The Night King was white and black. Was a typical monster trope. Guy that's threatening the whole world. We've got to defeat this monster, whatever. However, in the book, the others are more complex society.
Yeah.
They have their own language. They have their own culture, basically. But we don't know much about them. But we know they ride spiders. They can raise the dead. We know they have women. We know they have men. We know. You know what I'm saying? They're meant to be beautiful creatures. It seems like more not alien as in space alien, but alien to man.
Yeah.
Like man don't know what they are. So you know that if there is a Night King in a book, which there might be, you never know. He would have motivation. He would be done a lot better. You would think, okay, maybe he wants to take over Westeros for a certain reason. He wasn't just created by the children of the forest to kill men. You know what I mean? It would be more complex than that. And I think that's where the issue was. Because for the show, they just wanted to create their own villain versus George's villain. George had
wanted to show they're
Cersei.
smart.
Yeah, basically, you know, they wanted to put their own stamp on the show. Because for the first 6 seasons, who was getting the credit? It wasn't them.
Yeah,
No one was talking
That
about
is
them.
true.
It was all talking about George R. R. Martin.
it's true. Yeah.
So they were
But
like,
the thing is, this is the thing. The Night King wasn't necessarily a bad.
it wasn't
idea.
a bad. It wasn't a bad.
For
it's just how it
me,
was
they had
executed.
me with him up until the Battle of Winterfell. They had me
But do you know why?
personally.
Yeah.
And it's
same,
weird because
same.
I don't know if I can blame them. I feel like the promo did this. How they promote this season
Oh,
that's the thing
The
that has killed it
final
for us.
they
season.
used him.
And the reality of the situation is the Night King should have been dealt with last season, and this whole season should have been.
Then it could have been this
Focus on
season.
the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Final
that's the reality of
season.
the situation.
Game of, as you
Yeah.
said.
I won't blame them for that. I'll blame them in the sense that they made the Night King this big thing, and he was killed by a fucking dagger.
So realistically,
by a
what
little
you're saying is that the Battle of Winterfell should have been the last episode, possibly of season.
It should have been episode, episode 9.
The
Yeah.
penultimate.
It should have been
So
episode
season,
9, yeah.
episode 9,
Yeah.
then episode 10. I don't know. They wrap up. I don't know how they wrap
Wait,
it up.
episode 4 is when Rhaegal dies, right? Rhaegar dies.
Yeah.
That should have been the last episode of last season.
No, for me,
But better.
episode 4 should have been the last season of this season. Last episode
what
of
you
this
said.
season. No, I said last season.
I said last season, so 7.
Oh, you said
I
it
said it should be the last
one.
episode of this season, 8.
Wait, am I confused?
Yeah, but not enough.
No, because the reason I'm saying last episode
sorry,
of this season, I'm saying there'll be additional seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, not
I
just
follow you.
7, 8.
And that would have been the case, I think.
That
If you
should have
look
been
at
the case.
Each like section, so episode 1 to 3, Battle of Winterfell. Episode 1 was not needed. So episode 2 and 3.
What happened in episode 1?
Episode 1 was
They
the
arrived.
link
They
up.
arrived
introduction.
The introduction.
Sansa and Danny don't like
I
each
didn't
other.
mind that. I like that.
No,
But
it's
think
about.
about it. If that episode was last season, would have been angry. Because
Why?
it's a
Why
pointless
would- why
episode
would-
because it's a reintroduction. So if that was in season 7, it wouldn't have been
That has to
necessary.
start the season.
But shall I tell you why that season isn't too mad? That episode isn't too mad because we were getting everyone together. You've never had a situation
Yeah,
where
and
you
that
had
link up was
Danny,
needed. You had to show
all
them
of
not
these
liking
guys.
each other.
True.
For me, that episode, the introduction could have been stretched out. Not stretched out as in, we're introducing each other. They met each other, whatever.
Yeah.
However, for example, when what's her name? Aya went linked up with that little fat guy in the
Hot pie?
hot pie.
Yeah.
Little more, they could have
Yeah,
added
yeah,
more
yeah.
things like that. They could have
Yeah.
added more things like that.
No, but I think you're right. But what I will say is this though, like in this season, that has now felt like a waste of time.
Oh yeah. Oh, this season, yeah.
That's my issue with it. Like last season, you're right. Actually, last season it would have been a good episode 6 or 7 or whatever.
No, but I feel it has to start or it has to end. But
Yeah.
do you get it?
Yeah, I see what you're
felt-
saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I thought it could have worked last season as like a season finale kind of thing.
Episode 1.
Yeah, because like you can. Like,
But how did episode 1 end?
No, it was like.
The only reason I'm questioning, I'm going to let you land. I'm not stopping you.
Yeah.
If that's the last episode of season 7, for example, so season 7 episode 10 quotation mark.
Remember, episode
What
1
would,
ended.
what would the ending be for that episode? Still has to lead towards this last season.
Yeah.
Was it not episode 1 that
So up at the
Sam
end.
found out?
Yeah, he told John.
That can land.
told
You know
He
what?
told John,
No,
yeah,
no,
that's
no.
what you came for, but you still went mad. So just take away that, and it makes a little bit more sense. The next step would be make the people of King's Landing fight against her.
Yeah.
Maybe they're throwing rocks at Drogon. Maybe they're whatever they're doing. They're
Yeah,
just in
yeah.
opposition to her, and then it makes more sense.
Yeah.
And it's not that difficult.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't make it seem like she just switched. Like even before the episode, you could have shown her her being a bit more crazy, like maybe pinching shit or
That's a
I
picture.
don't know. Some
Now, to be fair,
that's an itching.
there was what episode was it where you saw her getting a bit jealous of John?
that's
Same.
Like, which, I'm just asking which one was it? Which
Episode
one?
before, episode.
that
It was
3.
4. It was
That's
4.
4.
Yeah, episode 4, yeah.
Where they were
Was that
celebrating
4,
and
It was
shit.
4.
Yeah.
After the battle, she was jealous of John. But jealousy and madness are
Trust.
different.
Yeah, two
I
different
need to
things, yeah.
see you show me traits
Need
of
to be
actual
triggered.
madness. Yeah, give me a good trigger. They didn't give me a good trigger, and then they just killed her. I'm just like, wow. So 2 major deaths. I've been underwhelmed.
Is it just me where I felt absolutely nothing when she got stabbed?
Nothing.
I felt nothing.
You remember I was about to leave the room when
We was like, oh,
listen.
okay.
Listen,
That's it.
So the scene where they're talking, and then John's like, "Oh yeah, you're my queen." I was like, "Fuck this," and I was about to go have a piss in it, and then Nizot called me back because in that moment she got stabbed because it just didn't make any sense.
I just felt nothing.
Like, I was
And
like,
it's
going on
a
here?
bit cheap as well because I remember them using this exact death with Ramsay Bolton and his dad. You know when they stabbed him on the sly, and it's like that was like a quick shock factor, like a cheap. That was more like wow, he stabbed his dad.
do you not reckon that's the reason why they didn't get Jamie to kill Cersei? Because it would have been the same thing. It would have had to be the same thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, but it would have been more effective because we
Jamie
know,
killing Cersei would have been a more.
Yeah, because we know they're in. Like, come on, look at all the things they've been. Look at how much. How many things they've been through simply because them two are in love. It's why Bran is paralyzed. It's why none of Robert's kids are his. It's why the brothel got taken over by all of those guards.
Incest lovers
Babies
caused
were
all of
killed.
this.
Do you know what I mean?
Jamie Cersei death. It could have been
Ned Stark
poison.
said your brother or your lover. It's why he died. Like,
I'm sorry, wait, what?
Ned Stark was like to Cersei when he tried to confront
Did he say
her.
those exact words?
Yeah, your brother or your lover. That's what he said.
That's what got him.
And Cersei's like, you dead now.
You dead.
Wow.
No, but seriously, like Jamie could have used poison. Could have just come up to her. Wait, you've lost. Let's both get out of here. Like Make it poetic, make it beautiful, not some crap.
I had an idea about how they should have done the Jamie thing last episode.
What?
I feel like he should have ridden down with Jon and them lot to King's Landing, and he should have been like, he should have showed like his conflict in fighting against
The Lannisters.
Yeah, and then at the last minute he makes a decision. Fuck it, I'm going for Cersei.
Instead of just ducking from Brienne.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I fucked you.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to leave you. Bye, Brienne.
I agree with
It would
that.
have made more
Oh,
On
sense.
some men are trash shit, you know.
And then Brienne's, we'll get there.
Oh, the Brienne
Please,
thing.
please,
Oh,
no,
we'll get it, we'll get it, we'll get it.
wait, please.
Hold on,
Yeah.
let me jump through all this crap. Alright, so Drogon melts the iron.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
no,
sorry,
you can't
wait,
jump
sorry,
that.
I jumped. Jon stabs and kills her while they kiss. Cool. Drogon melts the Iron Throne with Dragonfire and carries the nearest body
cannot
away.
jump
Jide,
that.
it's Jide's segment. This is Jide's
This is
segment.
you. Go
Off
for
you
it.
go.
You cannot jump that.
Let
Firstly,
Jide go. He's ready.
Okay, so from season 1 to 4, we've seen Drogon. We've seen his character. He's aggressive. He's the alpha dragon.
Cool.
He doesn't give a fuck. He does what he wants.
Yep.
This is the same guy that robbed his 2 brothers of goats. He's supposed to like them.
Yep.
This is the same guy that snapped at his mom when his
She
mom
was
tried to
hungry.
tell him to- So, cool. This guy has not shown a discernment or reasoning of a human. Or
It's the
whatever.
same dragon that's
Capable.
it's the same dragon that's deserted her 3 times.
3 times.
In times of need as well.
To be fair, he has rode out for her, but yeah, he's done that. He's all about self-preservation. He's not a dickhead. He's his own being. So now this same dragon, you're telling me, he saw his mom dead, the only person that he has left in the world, Shant. Jon is not there denying it. Jon is literally looking at the knife. He looked at the knife, smelt it, looked at Jon,
His
snarled.
holster's empty as well. So
So he's only put 2 and 2 equals 4, not 2 and 2 equals 29. He knows what's going on. So now you're saying this same dragon, who, if they read the books, which I know Dumb and Dumber don't give a fuck about the books, they would know dragons bond to their riders. And once they've bonded to their riders, they don't give a fuck about siblings, mothers, sons, Targaryens. They don't give a fuck. If the rider is hurt or in danger, they will ride out and move mad. So this same dragon has seen its mother killed by a guy he met last season. By a guy he met last season who happens to have Targaryen blood. It's not even full, he's half.
Half as well.
A guy he met last season, and then he decided, he looked at the throne and goes, no, I am a very wise dragon
I
now.
saw someone say that Drogon didn't burn him down because he knew that his mom loved
What?
Jon.
but she.
And he's a Targaryen.
Nah, man, I'm not having that. That again, a dragon is not human.
I don't think she loved Jon.
A dragon does. She did. I reckon she did.
I don't think she did.
But
I reckon
feel-
she loved him more
She
than he
loved
loved
him.
her.
She loved, no. She loved Jon, but her ambition was more than the love for anything.
But do you reckon
What are you saying? She's 21st century woman, yeah?
Boy, I didn't say that, innit? Words like it's not. I'm not the misogyny guy in the room. Let that be known.
Definitely Casey.
Let that be known.
He heard me.
But wait, do you actually reckon that she loved him more than
She would
Jon?
have killed Ygritte.
Yeah, Jon
She
will
would
never.
have killed him before he killed her.
Jon will never kill Ygritte.
Oh, no, Ygritte, he liked her. No, she loved him, but he loved her more.
100%.
He loves hard.
100%.
Yeah,
He's a sucker for love.
Yeah.
I like,
I'd argue, listen, Ygritte is his true love, and
The love
Khal
of his
Drogo is the love of Dany's life.
Yeah.
These were rebounds.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't.
and plus, like, they probably weren't getting much action. So,
Dany
yeah.
can get.
no,
Yeah,
she had
I mean,
she had. No, she can't get Jorah, man.
What do you mean she can't get Jorah?
No, she can, but if she
Oh,
went
Jorah
to
can't get
if she
her.
went to Jorah, I would have been. You can't give Jorah action.
Jorah died for it.
Yeah, no, it can't be.
For a kiss.
Basically, they let Drogon.
When he's
Did you see that 22 things you missed about Game of Thrones?
No.
That little segment, some little clip that was basically showing the symbolic shit that happened. So, for example, basically, you know how George R.R. Martin is a big fan of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they tried to say
yeah.
Dumb and Dumber tried to show some like symbolic linkages to that sort of show. For example, when Daenerys did her speech, that was linked to when Saruman did his speech, and then they said when Drogon melted the Iron Throne,
That was basically like Gollum and
yeah,
Gollum and
Oh, the ring.
Yeah.
the ring melting the ring.
And basically Daenerys was
Man, I was like, man, bitch, shut the fuck up, man.
That's a reach.
A dragon, it could be the case, but and Dumb and Dumber are dumb enough to have done that.
Yeah.
But Drogon should have shish kebabbed Jon Snow right there and then.
Or if all else
Burn
fails, Jon
him.
should have left. the room.
Jon should have ducked out.
And then Drogon comes and I'll take that. If Drogon came in, Jon's gone.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
Or just a little scream off, like just like.
Or Jon's barking at the dragon.
Drogon was crying.
Listen, if Drogon roared and tried come for Jon, and Jon kind of roared back, and Jon ended up climbing him, I would have even accepted that.
You
but
know
for
what?
him to pick up his mum,
so ridiculous.
or pick up Dany and fly off, and that's it. That's Drogon's arc.
Okay, let me ask you this.
That's Drogon's arc.
If it was Rhaegar
Yeah.
and the same shit happened, how would you feel about that?
Now what?
If it was Rhaegar instead of Drogon, let's say Drogon died and it was Rhaegar who everything that Drogon did in the throne room, it was Rhaegar. How would you feel about that?
Shall I tell you why that would be more believable to me? Because again, like I said, I know how George R. R. Martin sets dragons. Again, yes, it's a son or whatever, a kid or whatever, yeah, but he wasn't bonded to her.
Yeah, he bonded to Jon.
He bonded to Jon. So Rhaegar will be more loyal to Jon. It's fucked. If it came to beef, Rhaegar will fight Drogon for Jon.
Right.
While Drogon will that's how.
That would be interesting.
That's how it would be.
I wouldn't mind that. If it was Rhaegar versus Drogon.
I mean, he'll lose.
He would lose bad.
Yeah. We saw what fucking Viserion did to him.
To think, side note, but to think we expected Dany to say Dracarys or something to Jon, and it just didn't work. We didn't even get that.
It's true. She went out like a bitch.
She went out like the weakest. Like I would have loved it. Again, Jon should have been like, you know what, you've moved me mad.
She went
I'm
out like an
sorry.
extra.
I'm gonna have to do something I don't want to do. He's crying. He's
But that's
tearing.
why all the actors, every
None of
single
them have been happy.
every single one of them have just basically shitted on this season.
Best season ever. I'll never get over that video. Now, knowing what happens, I'm like, yeah, I hear that.
How would you
Literally,
describe this
I
scene?
think that
Disappointment
What's his name? The guy that plays Jamie, Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Nikolai. was fine for Miss Sunday. That's all I want to say. It wasn't about Daenerys. It wasn't about anything else. He's just.
Remember when I told you, Graham, don't give a fuck about Daenerys. Like,
as soon as
he wants revenge and he wants to kill, and everything else does not
I
matter.
said it the other week. No other woman is giving him the action. No other woman is giving him the scissor action.
Man.
As I said, we know women have needs.
Man's going to
I said women have needs.
So
in reference
that
to
was
Grey
the
Worm.
only woman for him. Now it's hellbent revenge. Fair play.
He's going to North to try to find another Sunday.
Oh, that's facts. That is a fact.
He's like, yo, is that where they love the cockless?
The cockless.
Say nothing. I respect it.
I didn't really like the fact that Jon had chest for Grey Worm, but when it came to Dany, it's like
Hold on. I'm gonna. Alright, so Jon Snow and Davos survey the destruction Daenerys wrought on King's Landing, while Tyrion finds Jaime and Cersei Lannister corpses in the ruins of the Red Keep. Discuss.
10 out of 10 acting, by the way.
Yeah?
Peter
Tyrion.
Dinklage is superb.
10-10.
Are we going to talk about the logistics of the bricks? When we saw all
The 92 bricks.
When we saw
The 92 bricks that Jay-Z told us
when
about.
we saw the whole ceiling cave in, but suddenly that part of the room.
open.
As in, if they just moved together towards the left, they would have been fine.
They committed suicide.
Shout out Jamila for that one still. Shout out
Shall I
Jamila.
tell you this what happened? Like, Jamie's fake hand is so powerful. He punched the bricks,
Okay.
and most of them just went on one side. They still killed him. Obviously, the shot. You know, like physics, we still got to apply physics.
He said, you know, like physics.
So he punched it so hard that all like 90% of the bricks went on the other side, and the 10% killed him and Cersei. Perfect. So obviously there would be enough exposed for Tyrion to find him. I'll apply logic in Game of Thrones sometimes, you know.
This is a
Sometimes,
fact.
why not?
Basic logic. They couldn't have just had them. Alright,
Just have them buried. Just have them completely buried, and then by chance the soldier's head comes up to Tyrion and says,
Or Tyrion,
and gives him the gold hand.
Yeah.
Or
Anything.
Tyrion like he proper digs into the bricks.
Yeah.
I don't know, just something different.
That's another thing as well. Tyrion's little, so you know when he saw the mountain of bricks,
And he saw the little gap
He
at
dug
the
through the
top.
gap or he squeezed through.
Bruh.
Alright,
Hobbit cave, innit?
disgusting show. Grey Worm executes Lannister soldiers, saying Daenerys ordered it. What do you lot think about that scene where Jon confronts Grey Worm and Davos kind of has to stop the beef from?
This is not where we need your energy, Jon. Can't lie.
It's the only
Like-
time he showed him the whole season.
Yeah.
You're a
The only
Targaryen. This is not where
Yeah.
your energy lies. What do you care for Lannister soldiers anyway? It's like, yeah, okay. Let's remind everyone. This is Jon's character, by the way. He's moral. No, we don't care.
You can look at it one or two ways with Jon. because I think John in previous seasons has shown us he's not scared of a fight and never has been.
True.
When it comes down to it, so even when he had to fight one of his fellow Night's Watch guys in front of the Wildlings, he's never been scared. If he has to back himself, he will do it. You can look at that like that, or you can look at it as, you know, this guy is in love with Danny, but it's not been built up. That love is.
They are not in love. He's in
That's
love.
just come
bruv.
from nowhere.
He beat
No,
him a
they
couple times
showed
and
them on scene. They play their
No.
little tune, and then
they're
that's
not in-
it.
That's not love.
What they had?
Him and Egret were walking through the snow for how many seasons?
That's what I'm saying. Him and Ygritte.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
not here for that.
And this is the thing, right? Like, what, they went on one dragon flying date, and all of a sudden we're supposed to believe that this is Bex and Victoria. Come on,
One, two,
man.
waterfall.
Nah, it's true.
disgusting.
Nothing was explored.
And they had the time to do it. Like, they had 2 whole
They
seasons, they had
chose not
13
to.
episodes. So, I mean, them just saying that they're in love.
Bro,
doesn't-
even if you think about last season, they just ended up having sex
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
I would have loved it if they had just said that they had a lustful relationship and they left it at that. Because this love
Like
thing.
they didn't show
the
them
point?
even in season 7. They didn't show any sort of tension. Like with my nigga Dario. Shout out my guy Dario. From
Who we never heard
day
from
one,
again, by the way.
From
Be
day
like
one,
He was
he
on her.
was on her. He
Yeah.
let it know
Dropping
what
game
it
from the
is.
start.
From the very start.
Well, John has no game.
Killed his
innit?
own boys,
He's got
even.
all the game of a Stark except for.
I think it went to two extremes too quickly. You know, like we ended season 7 with them sort of getting in. They're in love now, or they've beat whatever, and then all of a sudden it's Targaryen versus Targaryen. It was just too much of a sharp. It was like a 180. All of a sudden they're on the same page. Now they're not, and because it hadn't been fleshed out, it all comes back to the same thing. But because it hadn't been fleshed out, it just wasn't real. It wasn't real. I didn't feel. I think my eyes started closing at one point. It was just so boring for me.
I
the
just
whole
don't
thing.
understand how you can produce, I'd say, at least 6 good seasons. Maybe 5 or 6.
I'll say 5. Season 5 was
Give or
good.
take.
By the way, and then you're like, oh, when I see tweets of people calling back to old episodes, and they're like, oh, the white horse means this, and this shot means this.
Let's talk about that
I'm
for a
thinking-
second. Sorry. No, sorry.
Are you the
Hold that
creative
thought.
one?
Arya rode off on a horse, and the next
What
episode
was
she
the
was,
blood
she was
clot
back in the same position.
What was the reason?
Where did she
What
ride
was the
to?
reason? What was the
The
reason?
horse was Uber,
I
man.
completely forgot about that, you know.
Westeros Uber. Because
No.
someone was saying the horse meant to represent.
Oh, Arya was pointless this episode.
People were talking about how it represents. It's a shout out to Lord of Rings.
Yeah.
People were saying it represents peace.
Fuck
People were saying
off.
it's showing the change in Arya's arc. The green eyes are gonna be Daenerys. People were saying she didn't even try
I said
to
all
go
of
for
that.
Daenerys. People were saying so many things just based on how much screen time, because of how rushed these episodes are. Her and that getting time with that horse was significant to us.
I wish he
We
killed
watched
Jon.
that for a good minute.
I wish he killed Jon. I wish he'd killed Jon, Dany, Tyrion, all of them, and said, "Let's start again. Let's reset. Fuck all of you. I'm not here for any of this. You're all shit."
They gave her the green eyes, and she goes. See, that's what I'm saying. Jon took her kill, and she took Jon's kill.
Yeah.
Or she took John's, at the bare
Yeah.
minimum, she took John's fight.
They should have
Yeah.
just
His
let.
arc.
They should have just let Jon kill the Night King. Personally.
Even if they don't
After
let
all
Jon
this-
kill the
Guys,
Night King,
let's
let him
establish
fight.
Jon is the only character this season who didn't have an arc.
Yeah,
He didn't even have
yeah.
the beginning of an arc.
Yeah, he didn't have enough.
He was just some guy.
And the thing is, they built him up so
There's so many
delicately.
things that have happened. Like they brought him back to life and said, "Oh, my watch has ended." You know,
Go back,
he
go back,
dramatically.
go back to hard home.
back
Listen,
to
listen,
life.
listen, let me land. They had a stare. Fuck it, I'm fuming. They had a stare off at hard home. They look at each other like.
That's what they posed.
So they're bare staring at each other. Okay, I'm like, there's something. The Night King is wary of this guy because he knows this guy is somebody of some sort. And we come to this fucking season, yeah, and like, what was John? What was the point of him?
He was a passenger.
I'm actually fuming.
He was a passenger.
That's my guy.
Man tried to sneak up on a night.
Oh, Danny, I love you, Danny.
That's the
Oh,
worst
Danny.
sneak. That, by the way,
Hey, my queen.
that's the
Oh.
worst sneak
She's
I've ever
my
seen in my life.
queen.
My guy
queen.
taking the heaviest steps,
My
falling
queen,
over.
fuck off, man.
She's my queen.
Ah, pissed off, man.
You've got to do something. But she's my queen.
Hold on.
That
Hold on.
was his That was his line all throughout the season.
Hold on. Let's not forget the
Man
speech.
changed his accent, you know.
Let's not forget the speech when the funeral.
She's my queen.
No, the speech at the funeral. Let's not forget it.
We need to fight that for these guys.
We are the shield that protects the land of the living.
John never used to talk like that.
Never.
I feel like what they tell him, like,
He's practicing in the mirror.
I'll watch.
He's like,
We'll never die.
I'm gonna kill people today. Dumb and Dumber ruined my life.
I would have loved it if Grey Worm had killed him with a spear in that first 10
I'm
minutes.
sorry, but even though we had so many main characters, John is like the main. Cersei and a couple others, but John is one of the main characters. He held the biggest arc of the series
Because of his mom.
Long story short, he went from bastard to bastard. At the beginning, he couldn't hold lands.
Him ending up at the wall was the worst way to end John's character, in my opinion.
No, think about it. Beginning of the show, the whole series, season 1, he couldn't hold lands. Blah 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 blah. He couldn't hold titles, whatever. At the end of the show, he can't hold lands. He can't hold titles. Blah, blah, blah,
again,
so
it would
why
have been.
the war? The
I feel
war
like it
doesn't
could
even
have
have
been-
its significance anymore. Sorry, go on.
No, they didn't even need a war anymore. But I feel like him going back to the free folk wouldn't have been so bad. Like, I feel like the significance can be there. So these are his people now. He saved them. So now he's going to be free with them.
I have a question.
However,
why are they his people? He was with them for
no,
6 days.
Not okay. Maybe not his people, but like they out of everyone.
There's an affinity that's been built up.
Yeah, like Man Schrader. They
Fine,
could,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like the Wildlings are really, really hard to get together. John put them together.
John
So,
basically chose the north.
No, but the reason why I said I don't mind him going north, but it's how he went north. They gave him no agency. He had no choice in the decision. They didn't care. He was just there, chained up, when they said, "We're sending you north."
Watch. We'll never die.
Like, what the fuck?
What are they watching?
They ain't watching shit no more.
There are no White Walkers.
This whole thing,
The Wildlings are cool with them.
and it's them forcing the foreshadowing thing again, because obviously from season 1, episode 1, John has always wanted to be part of the Night's Watch, but he wanted to be relevant. He wanted to be something. He joined the Night's Watch.
He wanted clout.
He wanted clout. He wasn't getting at home from.
I cat snaked it.
See, this is what this episode has done to me.
That's mad.
Look at me. I'm a toxic alcoholic because of
Sorry.
this.
Wow.
For those of you.